What's up, everyone? Luckside here. Welcome to the channel. You're probably wondering, as a Shiba Inu holder, do we have some more downside ahead? When are we going to pop? Well, right now we are actually seeing some very big bottom signs flashing that I want to discuss in this video with you guys. So make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe down below. You can hit that bell, stay updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. Now, Shiba Inu has been in a very long period of consolidation, and what this has been is a lot of opportunity. Like you, I have been accumulating. I've been building my position further and further and further because there will be a point where the market flips around and starts to bounce back up. Now, Shiba Inu price has been showing some resilience. Again, we're trying to work out and set this higher low currently. We're looking pretty good there, trying to get above our long-term trend line here. And there are some great signs that are flashing right now that may indicate a reversal coming for Shiba Inu in the very near term. Now, first of all, we have actually seen social dominance surge to the monthly highs. Obviously, we're barely into September, so that's not significant. But this is actually the highest level we have seen since June. So there are actually a lot more optics and discussions surrounding Shiba Inu than what we have seen in the very recent time where SHIB is going on major retracements. You do need optics, you do need discussions in order for things to spark excitement, to facilitate runs, right? Now, what we're also seeing is that the Shiba Inu 30-day realized cap fell to a 10-month low. So this takes into account weighted averages on coins that aren't that active. It devalues those coins. So what that shows is that right now, there hasn't really been that much of a buy push right now. There's not that much of accumulation taking place at the level of significance we need for moves to the upside, showing that Shiba Inu may in fact be extremely undervalued right now. And that brings me to this, the MVRV ratio. So typically when you get to these super low MVRV ratios, it's significant bounce points for assets. For example, just over the last month here, you can see significant points where Shiba Inu reached down to this negative 30-ish% or so. And you guys can see what that led towards in terms of price movements, right? Surge to the upside, surge to the upside from here as well. And right now, Shiba Inu sits at a negative 33.89%. That is an extremely low MVRV ratio, suggesting that right now Shiba Inu may be severely undervalued. All right. I've said this for a very long period of time. You know, most people, they start getting some kind of way from a psychological standpoint when prices are down. They're like, oh, it's going to drop. We're going to fall forever, right? And that's, historically speaking, some of the best times to accumulate, some of the best times to build your position. Now, you know, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. And right now we're sitting at this point where they're talking about Shiba Inu possibly testing this demand zone, seeing if there's big accumulation that signifies our next bounce, right? A 3% drawdown for a 16% spike. And this basically is what pushes SHIB back towards 4015. Like I've said many times, this range of basically 4014 through 4015 is a very thin liquidity range when it comes to Shiba Inu. And right now, this is actually right about where our 20 and our 50-day moving averages sit. These are some key things that need to happen for SHIB to kind of break out and set a new, a new high here, right? We do need to break through these moving averages. We need to get above our 50-day and hold above our 50-day. That's where we're kind of up in no man's land. That's where we're testing the top of this descending channel, this big bull flag that we've been in. Now, when is this going to happen? That's what I'm sure many people are wondering. I've talked about the timeline, sometime being, you know, the next 30 to 45 days, sometime around basically either the end of September or middle of October, when the market starts to take some big steps forward. Again, FOMC meeting in September may be a surprise moment where the market decides to take off just a little bit, but right now, I'm not doing a crazy amount. I'm just doing a little bit of accumulating. I'm building a little more to my position at this time, taking advantage of these dips as they appear and they pop up in the chart. In fact, if you guys have not checked my indicator before or haven't used this, I use Shiba Inu on the 4-hour, and I believe there's been some DCA pluses flashing, good opportunities that have been flashing right before Shiba Inu does some spikes to the upside, right? You guys can see the DCA plus flash right here, DCA plus flash here. Moving a little bit, DCA plus flash here. So if you guys do want to check out my indicator, the link's in the description below. You feel free to check that out. It is not very expensive to use and definitely very beneficial. But what I want to say is that there will come a moment here where the market just kind of spikes and surprises a lot of people. And when that happens, we may be off to the races. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Do you think SHIB is gearing up for this big move right now? Do we have some more downside ahead? But I appreciate you guys as always. Have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.